Oh, I actually had an entire day yesterday where I just did nothing but play Stardew Valley Shadow because I currently have this challenge for myself that I want to complete the community center in year one, and I failed. So now I have to start all over again. I missed the apples and the truffle, and I still don't have a rabbit's foot. And unless the gypsy is miraculously going to give me to have some for sale, Friday and Sunday, I'm not going to complete it. And I'm in the middle of winter, so I don't think it's going to happen. So I have to try again and rethink my strategy. But I got really, really close. Again, 3 apples, 1 truffle, 1 rabbit's foot. That was all I was missing. Everything else done.
Right.
I do love Stardew Valley though.
For me, that sort of game now is Slime Rancher.
Yeah, by the way, the little pictures you posted of all these slimes were adorable, but I'm not sure that it's the most humane fences and stuff you're keeping them in. Just saying.
They're just force fields.
Yeah, but they don't have like houses or TVs or Wi-Fi or
I
PS4s.
gave them music.
Yeah, but you need more.
And I
Like
give
a
them
roof over your head.
and I give them food every day, and they're very, very happy.
Why do they try to escape all the time if that's the...
Because slimes are fickle. That's why I had to build higher walls.
I just think they're trying to escape from you because you're not treating them well.
I am treating them as best as any starting for slime rancher can.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. Oh, and Shadow, when it comes to the community center, I'm always a bit of a beast because I have like a way of doing it. So when I have a pattern to follow, a strategy to follow, I do that to a T. So that's why I gave myself the challenge of doing it in year one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not easy. Definitely not easy, and it's actually a little bit stressful, but yeah.
Oh well.
It's a fun game. It's a relaxing game, nonetheless. Even when it's stressful, you're still like relaxing when playing it.
Okay, the Cross Bazaar. The U-Bahn trip back from the Oudenaarplatz is a shaky one. Surprisingly, the train is packed. The only empty seats are at the very back of the car. That's where all the black people go.
Oh my fucking god! Why? Why did you do that?
It's... Come on. You were thinking it too.
I actually wasn't. I was setting my alarm for tomorrow so I get up in time. I have my phone out, by the way, guys. You can't see, but Varren can.
Yes. I can see the lovely case.
Yes.
A haggard-looking young mother marches down the aisle, dragging her 3 screaming children behind her. 2 boys and a girl, each around 6 years old. As the woman nears you, her eyes fix on the frozen pouches of bioengineered meat that you liberated from Sutherland's executive freezer. She opens her mouth to say something, but at that moment the little girl jams a finger into her brother's nose. The boy howls, and the young mother's shoulders slump. Slowly, robotically, she turns back towards her destination and begins to trundle forward, dragging her squealing offspring forward with the solemnity of a funeral procession. Eventually, the train hums to a stop. You depart gratefully, lugging a freezer's worth of BioWare samples behind you. And thank you for that, Aaron.
Oop.
Oh.
Aw, now I can see too. Sorry, Aaron, my stream is a little bit behind, so I'm also like a few seconds behind on the chat. But yay, boops!
There we go. Got myself some karma. Okay, where oh where?
What to draw, Shadow? What to draw?
Well, didn't you have some IDs for Valkyries or Vikings? Shadow?
Ooh, that would be awesome.
I know you were talking about it when we were playing Jotun.
While you were building a bridge several times over. I think I'm testing the patience of our Varren Kimbold guys.
I will choose to ignore that comment.
Oh, you choose to ignore it, do you?
Okay.
Oh, we are back with the asshole doctor.
Yes. Esquivel's expression brightens when he catches sight of you. Ah, you're back. Do you have my merchandise? Oh wait, he still ate the lisp. Ah, you're back. Do you have my merchandise?
In Spanish.
Yeah, do you
Also
have my
Spanish.
merchandise?
Remember? Spanish.
Yeah, but my Spanish is not very good. All my Spanish is wanted to lisp. Bioware samples. I do, in fact. It's right here. He greedily snatches the samples from your hands. So do you. Yes, this is exactly what I've been waiting for. Good work, Varren. The doctor turns away, rifling through the samples and inspecting their labels. He looks like a kid in a candy store. As per our agreement, there will be no monetary compensation for this run. But if you'll give me a moment, I will add the samples that you've recovered to my inventory. He looks over the samples that you brought him and eagerly begins punching their serial numbers into his PDA. I think that you'll be pleasantly surprised.
I just want to smack him. Punch him in the face, seriously.
And now, if you'll excuse me, his sentence trails off as he returns his attention to his merchandise. Should I inquire more, or shall we just leave it here?
I'm kinda inclined to, just leave it there, but maybe we'd get something out of it,
Let's see.
Asking questions.
Hang on, there are a few more details that we need to discuss. Fine, but let's make this quick. Fine, but let's make this quick, alright? I want to get this merchandise locked into the inventory before it starts to fall. Don't you want to know what caused the lockdown? A flicker of irritation passes over his face. He reluctantly turns back to the face of you. Yes, I suppose that I do. Go ahead, tell me, I'm all ears.
1 second. Shadow, Soul Sacrifice, is that a game or graphic novel, movie? What? Just for reference when I look it up.
I think it's a game.
Think it's a game? Okay. My ever-growing list right here.
Yeah. Okay. It was a stupid accident. Somebody spilled soycav on a control console and a bunch of test animals killed the researchers. That's...
Oh. Oh god, Trev. Sounds like he's going hunting for wabbits.
That is frustrating. But I suppose that's all water under the bridge. I have my merchandise after all. The Shiwas Corporation had eyes on that building. I had to fight one of their retrieval teams. Oh, I can't say that I'm surprised. They were instrumental in engineering my downfall back in Spain. The bastards brought all manner of drummed up charges against me. The tabloid presses had a field day. I wouldn't worry about Theowas. They may have had their files on me, but they won't take any direct action against the Kreuzbazar. I have information on several of their executives that will be quite embarrassing if it ever came to light.
I'll look it up, Shadow. Sounds interesting.
One of the researchers survived. He's gone insane in there over the past couple of years. He refuses to leave, thinking that he's something called a Night King. How tragic. He pauses for a moment, considering, then shrugs. As far as I'm concerned, he can stay there for as long as he likes. The lease is paid to 2061, and I don't need the building for anything. That's uncharacteristically generous of you, Doctor. The money is already spent, Varren. I can't get a refund, and the cleanup cost on getting the building up and running would ruin me. So it's going to sit idle one way or another. Anyway, I already have what I need for the facility. If your little friend wants to play out his fantasies in there, he's more than welcome to. I wash my hands of it.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
He's not going to hurt Philip.
Exactly.
He can watch his show final in total peace and quiet.
That's all I needed. I'd like to get back to your inventory.
I would actually have liked to have had a little of the final episode of that show played, just so we could have done more of those funny voices and that awful dialogue. It was amazing.
We can upgrade our team some more.
Yay!
Okay.
Sniper reliability, I'll say.
I think I will give Glory some melee abilities.
That would be good.
Like this ability, 2 hits, and each hit strips 2 armor from the target.
Ooh.
It's pretty good.
Yes.
And then for our Blitz, his decking is increased or ESP control is increased. I think we'll go with the decking.
Again, sounds good.
There
Our
we go.
fabulous Blitz.
Alright, let's check this Bioware he has. Oh, and also have a schematic for this guy. Okay, Cyberware. Nothing I can afford. Oh, guess I have to save up.
Oh shit, that's expensive.
Yeah. And again, he gave me like no money, so.
Yeah, and also we have to save up for Alice's payment.
Yeah, well, with some of the missions we do, that immediately goes to a fund for that.
Yeah, I saw that, but still, she's going to get pissed if we don't pay her in time.
I get you.
And she sounds like a capable hacker, and I don't want her to dox us.
We are going to immediately do another mission now.
Sorry guys, I'm yawning.
A little bit sleepy.
Just a tad bit.
Okay. You may be up for one more mission?
Yeah. You know what? I'm actually going to take a quick bathroom break, and I'm going to make myself some tea.
Alright.
Get a little bit of caffeine into my system. I think that would be good.
Yeah. I'll also go to the toilet real quick.
Okay, so 3-minute break, everyone.
Yep.
And we'll be right back.
Be back in 5.
Yay.
Okay. I am here again already. But before we continue, we shall wait for Moth. Trev, what are you doing? Beep, beep, I'm a sheep. Why? Why? I don't even know, is that from a song? Is that from a video or anything? I just don't know. I don't know either, yeah. Well, where did you hear it then, Trev? Serena, yeah. Serena heard it from Malaysia, and then we have to know where Malaysia got it from. Yeah, and it's good that you have lots of watercolor shadow, because if Moth keeps changing her hair color every fucking month, you're going to have to make a lot of portraits of her. Beep Beep is from one of the ASDFG clips. Oh, it's from one of those videos. Okay, I haven't watched that in ages. Exactly, Shadow. Just do the Cthulhu chant. Way safer. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. I don't care what anyone says, that song is amazing. Oh, we have a moth coming again. Who keeps playing with her hair.
A lot of hair.
Now it's just all up in your face.
Yes. And now it's better.
Yay.
So I look for my entire kitchen. I have no sweet snacks to speak of. No biscuits, no cookies, nothing. So I'll have to go on the tea alone, I'm afraid.
It's quite sad, really.
Trying to tempt me with your waffles.
Saucy wink.
Always the saucy wink.
Yes.
Trev, what the fuck happened to you? Varren is gone. Beep, beep, beep. I'm a sheep. Why not?
Yeah, apparently that's like something Alasia picked up, then Serena picked it up, and now Trevor's picked it up.
Oh god, it's contagious.
Exactly.
Whatever it is.
Like an STD.
Yes.
Alright. Was it... Let's see what the
Well,
other option
I'm
was.
glad that you have lots of watercolors as well, Shadow, so you can really experiment with them. And my hair colors.
Okay, let's go to Frankfurter to meet that one guy's team that we're supposed to have a test run with. If you remember that. There was a guy who wanted to like make us do a test run in order to see if we were qualified for a certain job.
Yeah, I do recall something like that, yes.
Or you know what, maybe let's do a more
Oh, shut up, Shadow, now I want donuts. Though I don't think that I can... There's no real good donut places in Denmark as far as I know. Again, it's not really something we eat here.
I don't know.
But if I ever go to the US, I'll definitely try out some proper donuts. I would love that. Maybe you can show me all the best places, like you and Trev and everyone else over there. It'll get me all fat and rotundant from all the sweets and snacks you have.
Have to roll you all the way back to Denmark.
Yes. Just push me down the hill. I'll roll. Well, I do actually have ice cream, Shadow, because I made some Saturday. I made my own ice cream, so.
Yeah, but you know what? Instead of that one little mission, we'll do one of the mission where we actually get some money from.
You know what? That would probably be a good idea.
Yeah. Let's go to the Humanist Poly Club one. That's where with the racist terrorist.
Yay! Let's do that one. And thanks, Mr. Obsidian. I think Dark Souls looks good too. Varren is breathing deeply. He's holding it back. He's trying his best, guys.
There, I clicked on everyone. We can now continue.
Yay! Oh, and thanks, Trev. I'll look forward to getting that fat. I'm also quite curious to see what, like, a proper American portion size is.
It's pretty big, I can tell you.
Yeah, and no, I did have a friend back in, I think you call high school level, who actually went to America for a few weeks, and he was like, "Oh, I ordered a small soda," and I got mad because I thought they had given me a big soda, even though I only want the small one. But turns out the small soda is our big soda.
Yep.
Okay.
Like I said, I've been for 2 weeks to America, so I also know a little bit of the ins and outs of the food there.
Oh, I would love to try some Mexican food, Shadow. Though not too spicy, because I don't know, I can't really handle the burn.
Well, Mexican food is
well.
mostly spicy.
Yeah, so I can get something that's a bit mild. That would probably be good for me.
Okay. The U-Bahn rattles to a halt at the edge of the Kreuzberg. You're only a few blocks away from Schattenest, the keys that Maxime and his smugglers call home. You keep stirring.
Yes, I stir my tea all the time because I love stirring my tea. Just FYI, sorry guys.
According to Samuel, they should be expecting you. And yes, Shadow, we made the mistake of going to Carl's Jr. That was not good. Carl's Jr. was awful. Ugh.
Maybe I'll try some Mexican food when I finally have, the money and everything to go visit you then, Trev. Yeah, I heard Dennis is bad, Shadow. I've seen the reviews from Rocked, Luke, when he does the Dennis Stalker.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, I think I was watching some sort of interview at one point. I don't remember what channel it was on, who it was or whatever, but someone mentioned Denny's and someone said, yeah, that's the most depressing fast food chain you can visit in America. So, I don't know if that's true, but...
Yeah, American barbecue is amazing, Shadow.
I would like to try some soul food. I would love to try that, because oftentimes when you hear about it, it sounds like it's very homey and very tasty and very filling. And yes, Trev, I'll take that advice, thank you.
Chain restaurant diners, yeah. Like the only diner I went to when I was in America, it was actually a restaurant in the style of an old 50s diner.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, you told me that.
Yeah.
Though they weren't wearing roller skates, if I remember correctly.
They did have the attire of a 50s server girl. That was fun, at least.
Oh, adorable.
Okay, let's get. I
don't think I could, handle the pastel colors if I had to wear that. I would be so wrong.
Okay, look, Bosch. I just wanted to thank you for bringing me along on this one. It means a lot. Did remember, like, a friend of his with the gang.
The
Don't
first
sweat
one.
it. Even Shadowrunners have families. He nods. Alexander, he's a good kid, you know. If it had been there for him, if Hannes run off to Berlin, left him with his worthless sack of a dad, he'd never have fallen in with those humanist pigs in the first place. The expression on Dietrich's face softens and he claps you on the shoulder. Let's go find my nephew. Let's crack all the humanist skulls we can along the way. The fuckers have it coming in more ways than I can count.
I do love Dietrich. He's good peoples.
Shadow and Trev, what I have to say for chain restaurants, the one I did really like actually was Del Taco. Del Taco was pretty damn amazing.
I don't know, their chat right now is just making me hungry. Because I didn't have dinner. It's one of those bad days, Varren. I only had one meal today.
Oh, off.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like a real meal. We had the fish truck. You can't really buy fish many places in a big city. So usually you have a truck that drives around different locations. And today it was down at the supermarket that I venture. And so I bought a small pancake. It was wrapped around veggies and salmon. It's very delicious. And then we have these special Danish meatballs, and it's made out of cod. So I had one of those meatballs as well, which was delicious. So I had those two things today, and a soda, and 2 bottles of water, and now my tea. So yeah, so bad food day.
Those meatballs were different than the ones I had when I was there.
Yeah, very different. It's you make them on a frying pan, fry them in butter. It's very delicious.
Also, Shadow, what do you have against Del Taco, if I may ask? They were really good burritos. And their fries were amazing. Also, this is a woman here, so...
Oh, God. A matronly woman with a round face and kind eyes greets you. Her apron is caked with what looks like about a year's worth of grease. Guten Tag. What can I get you?
That depends. What do you have?
She's rather tall. Also, her hair is white.
Well, she's a human. I think she's about as tall as Glory.
Eh.
Then again, she's German, so...
Yeah, though Glory is so much hotter. Just saying. Well, today we have a soy-based currywurst for 5 million, or a soup and sandwich combo for 10. Good, simple, stick to your ribs food. Perfect for a cold day like this.
I think I'll try the currywurst.
Proper villain food.
She hands you a dripping yellowish sausage wrapped in a paper napkin. You take a big bite and immediately regret it. There's a funk to this thing that no amount of curry powder could mask. Your stomach lurches and you idly wonder whether this decision is going to come back to haunt you later. That was interesting.
Maybe want to lay back on the fisting for a little while until your bowel has been cleaned out.
She smiles at you.
It's an old family recipe. Can I get you anything else? Huh?
Let's go with the soup and sandwich as well. I'm gonna try everything.
I'm just looking at the chat. They're just making me so hungry. I want pizza right now, and yeah, it's late, so everywhere is closed. But that will be 10 new yen, please. She hands over a small cup of steaming soup and a sandwich. You take a quick bite and swig down some soup. It's wonderful.
Yes, wonderful. Delicious. Thank you. She favors you with a motherly smile. One more line for you.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for the screen to. There you go. Sure thing, honey. And also, guys, I'm sorry for slurping my tea and everything, but I stir my tea, I slurp my tea. That's just the way it is. I'm sorry. Have to bear with me.
Again for you. Some more.
Oh, still waiting for screen. Sorry, it's slow. The vendor pauses a moment, then steeples her pudgy fingers. We don't see many strangers down at this end of the line. In case you hadn't noticed, things are a little, how do you say, run down out here. You weren't thinking of heading out past the wall, were you?
As a matter of fact, I was.
Oh dear. And Trev, you'll gain like 50 pounds eating all the food in America. Oh god.
I did gain like 2 kilograms when I was there eating all the shit.
Well, I'll probably gain a lot of weight too when I visit them. And she says, well, it doesn't make any difference to me, but you be careful out there, okay? The people on the other side of that wall, well, they got no respect for anybody. They're quite rude. Like, never the pinky up. Always pinky down. Very rude. No class. Just to bring back an old joke.
How do you drink like this?
Yes.
I'll be careful. Just gotta wait for her.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. It's slow on my end. You can listen to me slurping my tea instead. Oh, she nods. Uh-huh. Well, best of luck to you. And don't say I didn't warn you.
Alright. There's also a phone booth here. Let's see what we can do there.
Oh, nice, guys. I'm proud of you for losing weight. Thumbs up.
Searching the dead drop, you find a package with the telltale markings of the Shockwellenreiter. R.E. Humanist. This is an open request for information on current and past donors to the Humanist Polyclub. Identifying information such as home address and photograph is preferred. The presence of this hate group and its supporters will no longer be tolerated within our community. We will expose them to the harsh light of truth. The timely delivery of this information will be well rewarded. Freedom, equality, information, Shockwellenreiter. So it's like
Okay.
So it's like anonymous. Shadow, I'm the embodiment of a sloth.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could exercise more, but yeah, I'm not really good at walking outside because it causes me anxiety. So I've been trying to follow little exercise videos on Pilates and stuff, and just inside the apartment, which was just going okay, but I miss the fresh air.
Well, if you
So hopefully it's going to be easier once I start school and I actually have to get out of the house.
you can always get a aerobic DVD.
Yes, I can.
Get the leg warmers and everything.
Yeah.
Go full 80s.
And the spandex and the crimped hair and all of that stuff.
Yep.
Oh, I would look glorious.
And we'll need pictures.
Of course you would. Of course you would.
Keys Gatekeeper. A rough-looking dwarf with a fire plug build holds out his hands at your approach. Oh there, pal. I don't know where you're thinking you're headed, but you just turn around and go back the way you came.
Well, we have business, so kind of had to pass.
Appreciate the warning, but that isn't gonna happen. I've got an appointment to keep. He shakes his head. I'm telling you, one dwarf to another, the people out there are bad news. That's why we're stationed here, to keep those people out. There are gangs on the other side of this barricade who would skin you alive as soon as they look at you.
And that's a nice sentiment, Trev, but I don't have the room for those things in my apartment.
No, it's quite small.
Yeah. take Varren's word for it. It's a very small apartment.
Yeah. Like the screen I'm seeing now from Moth's End is almost an entire apartment. So.
Yes, exactly. So and you did take some pictures, if I remember, and posted them on the Discord when you were here.
It was just like from the side where that painting is.
Yeah,
the
and
wall.
the rats. You had to
rats.
take a picture with the generals, if I remember.
Alright. Trust me, I've gone up against worse. Like, I fought a fucking albino basilisk. I think I could take a few gangs.
Oh my god, read what Shadow just wrote.
I've been chasing a turkey that won't leave my yard. I don't know where it came from. What?
That's amazing. That's amazing, dude.
Just get a shotgun and shoot the turkey. And then you have meat.
And turkey meat is lean meat, so if you want to lose weight, it's good to eat that.
Yeah. And then you've hunted on your own land and shit.
He's like, I live in a hole in the ground. But where do you keep all your art supplies then? If you live in a hole in the ground, it's like a hole in the ground Hobbit style.
Okay, key is gatekeeper. He shakes his head. All right, fine. If that's really what you want, we won't try to stop you. He gestures to the troll standing behind him. Let him by, Sergei.
That's an ugly-looking troll.
Well, he has a mask on.
Yeah, I know. It's ugly. He can still sit on you, though.
The things I have to put up with here, people.
Live in a hole in the ground in a hollowed-out tree. Now, Shadow, you're just contradicting yourself.
Alright, we got ourselves a new figure here. An elf.
Maxim?
The figure at the center of the group shoots you an insolent glance.
Oh, I thought he was actually shooting us for a second there. Well...
His fine elvish features match Samuel's description. This must be Maxim, your smuggler liaison.
Yeet.
Well, if it isn't the muscle that Tuck promised us. Look who it is, everybody. The new hires have elected to grace us with their presence. Nice of you to join us. He glances at the PDA on his wrist and looks back up at you when he speaks again. His voice is sharp and humorous. You're late, chummer.
Glory back here. Not impressed.
I'm here, that's all that matters.
Oh, skunks are adorable, Shadow. He said he had one walking down the street the other day.
I wouldn't really trust a skunk.
They rarely spray you. And you can actually have pet skunks.
That really doesn't sound like a bad idea.
No, I mean, I think they have been bred to not have those little glands that shoot the thing out. Or you can actually have them, removed with operation when you sterilize them.
He lets out a theatrical sigh. Well, you come highly recommended, so I suppose I'll overlook it.
Glory back here, still not impressed, dude. Just saying.
As you've already pointed out, we're running late. Shouldn't we get moving? Yes, of course. Right you are. He slaps the side of a bulldog step van. A second van of the same design rumbles to life a few feet away. Pile in, people, and be ready. There's rough country between us and the meeting site. We might run into trouble along the way. Guess we're on trip. Yay!
Road trip.
20 minutes into your trip, the van comes to a screeching halt. Maxime presses his face to the passenger window. From the mix of anger and dread on his face, you can tell that he doesn't like what he sees. Damn it! I knew this was going to happen. I fucking knew it! He cranes his neck around to look you in the eye. Everybody pile out of the van, and get ready, Varren. We're going to need some muscle in a second.
Glory back here, still not impressed.
As you take your position outside the van, you hear a shrill voice bark out an order. A pair of portable gun turrets begin to self-calibrate in response. Uh-oh. Sweeping your gaze over the gangers assembled before you, you identify the owner of a voice. A leathery woman with wild hair and a mirthless smile. This one is yours.
Yes, I'm still waiting for the dialogue to come up. She has awesome hair, though. Very awesome hair. She calls out again, her voice brimming with pride. Hello out there! Welcome to the Rambuk territory. And I have to say, you have a woman, elf I think, with you, and she does not look impressed. Very unimpressed, in fact. Glory back here, I am not impressed. Thank you for noticing.
Maxim licks his lips, his eyes scanning over the gangers' hastily assembled roadblock. This geeks belongs to Surf Turf, slag. Has for months. You'd better clear on out of our way before they show up and force you out.
Aw, that sounds cute, Shadow. Little geckos. Aww. I have moths and spiders, so.
Huh, moths with mothangel. Ha!
Exactly. Surf Turf. Those tunnel rats. They're ancient history. Go ahead and call them if you don't believe me. Her face twists into an awkward smile. Scream as loud as you want. They won't hear you. You buried them last week.
Maxim's expression turns stony, but his voice remains calm. Congratulations on your victory. You must have taken some losses in the fight, though. I'm betting you're not at 100%. Why don't you let us cross this bridge in peace? There's no need for any bloodshed today.
I don't like spiders, Shadow. I tried to get over my fear, but they still like too creepy crawly for me. Oh, there we go. You know what? You're absolutely right. We don't need to fight. You just pay us a small toll, and we'll be more than happy to let you cross our bridge. I'm thinking, say, 500 new yen per van? Oh, Daddy Longlegs, no.
Daddy Longlegs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get a lot of those here in the fields.
Yeah. Her voice turns cold. Otherwise, you'd better find another way to get where you're going. 'Cause this bridge is ours, and nobody crosses without paying the toll. Nobody.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe this does need to get violent. Maxim turns to you. Get ready to ventilate these assholes, Varren. We've got a schedule to keep.
God damn it. Glory back here. Seriously? Can't we just get... we seriously have to use time on this? Come on. I need to head to Denmark and watch my girlfriend's new hair color. Please? No? Okay. Fuck.
I can either help the smugglers, I can attack everyone. I'll be taking the shipment, the cash for delivery, and all of your lives. Or we can negotiate with the gangers.
I'm actually not sure what to do.
Me neither. I think I'm gonna negotiate. Just try and do something.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing.
Nobody needs a firefight today.
Please be persuaded by the dwarf and his fisting capabilities. Good. That's a real good idea, pal. The ganger boss jeers Maxim. See that? He'll master smarter than you are. You should pay him in charge. Come on, put him in charge. I dare you. I fucking dare you.
Maxim wheels around to face you, his face a mask of fury. His face explodes out in a harsh whisper. Quiet the fuck down. You don't speak for me, and you don't speak for this organization. But
Willpower.
I have willpower.
Yeah.
Stare Maxim down. I know what I'm doing. Let me speak. Maxim stares at you, bristling, but he holds his tongue. After a few seconds, he nods. Do it, but you'd better not fuck this up.
Okay, Varren, we better not fuck this up then.
Dietrich leans forward to whisper into your ear. His ubiquitous smile has disappeared. This is a waste of time, boss. Let me fry these sons of bitches so we can get back on task.
Dietrich, just... Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll get there. I know you have a horse in this game, but don't worry, we'll get there. Maxim steps back, leaving you to negotiate with the Rambuk leader. The gang of us stands there, hands on her hips, awaiting your response.
I've got nothing.
Oh, that's amazing.
I have enough charisma.
Yeah, because we don't have enough money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I'm sorry, Shadow, we didn't beat them up. We didn't give you your dose of violence.
Here's the
Hopefully
deal.
that'll be
Here's
more
the deal.
later.
You let us cross for 750 nuyen. That includes the return trip. We renegotiate for further crossings. There's a brief pause, then the Rambok boss yells out a response.
Do, 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 do. Oh, I'm glad it makes you want to play Shadowrun, Mr. Shadow.
What would be an appropriate character for you? Troll.
There's a brief pause, then the Rambo box shells out response. You got yourselves a deal. Hear me?
His eyes go wide. Do you even have 750 yuan? Because that ain't coming out of our cut. Shit.
Oh.
I didn't think this through. Nope, but now we can catch him off guard. I guess we're doing it this way.
Oh, God.
Maxim frown instantly disappears, replaced with a toothy grin. I like you, Varren. You're gonna go far in this business. He draws his weapon, cocks it, and then turns to face the rest of his crew. Maxim's voice comes out in a roar. Take him down, boys! Open fire!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm just waiting. Sorry. It's slow on my end. I'm very sorry, guys. And we're fighting again.
Yes. So now you have to entertain the chat.
Oh god. No pressure at all, eh? Oh. That's awesome, Shadow. I still have to watch the video that Varren did of the West Marches D&D campaign that he did with some of the others, so I can get a feel for how to actually play the game. Because, yeah, I really don't know how to play the game, and I've been talked into actually joining, so that's rather nice.
Boom! I hit some exploding barrels. That was good.
Yay!
Alright, let's take out this mage.
Oh, shut up, Trev. Shut up, Shadow.
Entertain us.
Witness me. Oh god.
Jesus.
We lost them. We've lost them to the madness.
Mm.
Well, we all lost to the madness, to be fair. They're just a bit more lost than the rest of us, I think. Oh well.
Oh shit.
What are you doing?
Dietrich
Did
got
you kill
hit hard.
Glory? Did you kill Glory? If you killed Glory, I'll fucking kill you, Varren. In turn, just saying. When did we last save, by the way?
I think it auto-saved before when this mission started.
Hopefully it did. Come on, guys, you can beat them. So yeah, what to talk about? I recently rewatched Batman Returns,
Hmm.
Tim Burton's Batman, and that was amazing. Um, Michelle Pfeiffer was just as badass a Catwoman as I remember, so that was good. Though I had actually forgotten that the first 30 minutes, there's no Batman in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's a Batman movie, but there's not a lot of Batman in there. You can really tell that Burton is focusing more on the villains.
Yeah, because he finds those more interesting.
Exactly. So you can really tell that by that movie. But oh my god, it was so good. I really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, I do remember the very first time I watched it. I was like a kid, and the Catwoman scene where she scratches a man's face, that just scared the shit out of me. But I absolutely love when she gets back to the apartment. She was like spray painting everything black, and she was like sewing her costume and everything. I thought that was very, very cool. But when she was mean to people, I got a little bit scared as a kid because I did not like that. But oh my god, that I do love how she plays that character, like how emotionally broken she seems after he tries to kill her. And I totally forgot that it was Christopher Walken who actually plays one of the villains.
Yep.
And he does such a good job. Such an amazing job.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so much fun. So,
Why am I dressed up like Batman? I'm not. Batman doesn't have his arms uncovered and everything, so I'm not wearing a bat mask.
Exactly. Oh god. And yeah, the penguin is gross in that movie, but it fits the character, I think.
I believe the word you are looking for is ah.
So many good lines in that movie. And I do love in the end when the penguins are sort of giving him a funeral and he's sliding down into the water. That's just precious. So precious. And I love his carnies, his accomplices. They're absolutely amazing. I love the aesthetic of those. And he sure can. Shadow, he sure can. Though I would say the one thing I have with those two first Batman movies that Burton did, the one gripe I have is that you can tell they have a budget, and it's done on a set like Gotham. It's done on a set, so it doesn't feel like a big open city with a million people living there. That's the only thing about the movie that, I think that's when Nolan's Batmans, they actually have, I really like about those because it has been filmed outside in the city in Chicago, and you have a lot of extras and a lot of people in the streets. It feels like an actual city. That's the only thing with the old Burton movies that you can feel it's not a city, it's a set, and there's not a lot of people there. It feels very small. Yep. So scaling it up to feel quite big. That's the thing that Nolan did, and modern day movies that are made today. They film outside and stuff. So I quite like that progression. So I have to say I love the aesthetic of Tim Burton's Batman's movies a lot more than the new ones. I still think Nolan's the first two are really good. The third one is just shit. Yeah, it's just shit.
Batman.
Yeah. Yeah, the third. I think the real problem with the third one is that it's boring. You know exactly how it's going to go. You know exactly how it's going to end, especially after Alfred makes his big monologue that he always does. Then you're like, oh, that's how it's going to end.
My biggest problem with Batman, with The Dark Knight Rises, was that it eventually turned out that fucking Talia al Ghul was behind everything. It was like So why did we have to build up Bane for everything?
Yeah, exactly. It's just, and you knew from the beginning when those two were having a bit of an affair. It's like, yeah, she's bad. Like it was so obvious that she was going to be, you know, a bad guy. And yeah, that's true. That's the thing about Burton's Gotham. It feels very gothic.
Some Cormac spent.
But yeah, just Burton has this sort of gothic carnival aesthetic to his movies that even when he adds a lot of color, it still feels very gothic, which I quite like. So yeah, I like the aesthetic more, and I also think that his villains are a lot better than Nolan's Batman movies, except for Heath Ledger as the Joker, but that's because Heath Ledger just made that Joker into his own character so much. He did it so well. And I'm actually not a big fan of Nicholson's Joker. I think he did a good job, but I don't know, Heath Ledger's Joker just scared me a bit more because he felt more...
How dare you diss the Nick?
He did a good job, but the thing I like more about Heath Ledger's Joker is that you feel like Heath Ledger's Joker is someone you can actually meet outside in the real world. He feels like a real sick, psychotic person, whereas Jack Nicholson's Joker is more like a comic book villain, which again works well in the Tim Burton movies, and it's still a good character and a good portrayal of the character because it's a comic book, you know, scenario and everything. So it works well, but I wasn't scared of him in the same way I was scared of Heath Ledger's Joker. However, I will say Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, no one can do that. No one can do that. I'm sorry. She's amazing, and I love the character design and everything.
Yeah.
That was it. That was good. That was really, really good. And I also really like the design of the Penguin. And yes, Shadow, Mark Hamill as voicing the Joker is amazing. The animated series is really, really good, and I really do like the villains portrayed in that as well. I think they did the villains very well. Though I wasn't too keen on the villains after, I think, season 4 when it did the whole redesign.
Ugh.
Yeah, I didn't like the villains, especially because before I was in love with all the ladies, like Poison Ivy and Catwoman. I thought they were the hottest, most badass chicks ever to be on screen. But after they, you know, redesigned them, I was just like, they took all the magic away. They were no longer those femme fatales that I had fallen in love with in the beginning.
And Trev, to respond to you, yeah, I liked Bane up until the point it was revealed that he was just a pawn by someone. Because I'm a big fan of Bane from the comics, and he is no pawn at all.
No, that was also the problem, that he seemed like a pawn. That was not good.
And yes, Shadow, Mark Hamill's Joker laugh is the best.
Yes, it really, really is.
Okay, let's move on with the game now.
Yes, we'll talk more Batman in a second, hopefully.
Maxim whips his face with a handkerchief. The cloth comes away with blood-streaked sweat. Well, that was unpleasant. All part of the job, though, eh? You said it. I've got to admit, Varren, this attack has made me nervous. We're running late, we're low on ammo, and there's no time to call for reinforcements. Whichever way you slice it, we won't be going into this meet at our best. When we roll up on a meeting site, be ready. We may need the element of surprise if negotiations go south.
What? Trev, what? He's drawn nude ladies? Who? What?
Bruce, Tim, I'm...
Eh.
If Frank Frazetta drew Batman, oh.
Well. There you go.
Agreed. That ambush was more than a little convenient. He nods. Couldn't have said it better myself. And off we go again.
Yeah.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. See if we can find something else around here, maybe. Oh, the creator of the Batman animated TV series is now drawing nude ladies. Neat.
Well, I will, like, if you go back and you see, like, the first few seasons and you see Poison Ivy and Catwoman, oh my god, those ladies are hot as hell. They're really, really hot.
Damn straight.
Really badass.
Catwoman especially for me.
Yeah, I really had a thing for Poison Ivy, but that's because I have a thing for red-headed girls.
And look
general.
at you now.
Yes, with my red hair. I love to have red hair myself because, like, dark red hair for me just oozes sex when it's on the ladies.
So that's what you want to exude.
Yes, I like to feel sexy and attractive. Thank you.
Everybody has the right to feel sexy and attractive.
They do.
Even though that's kind of impossible for me.
Aww, I'm sure you can look sexy and attractive. Maybe you just need to wear some different clothes, or maybe a new haircut. Who knows? Whatever can bring it out.
Okay. The courtyard of the humanist compound is strangely quiet. The only activity that you notice is the clatter of the mechanized gates as they rumble shut behind the vans. The bulldogs roll to a stop. You step out alongside Maxim and the rest of the smugglers.
Trev is saying that redheads are his kryptonite.
They are for a lot of guys, Trev.
Yeah, it's just something about that red hair. Very Freudian.
There are crates here, a lot of crates, all scattered in various stages of disorganization. Hang on, okay. It looks as though your delivery
Did you think someone broke into your house?
No, it's the Discord was just popping away, and I didn't know if the mic was picking it up. So I just turned down the volume there a little bit.
Okay.
It looks as though your delivery is just one of the many that this branch of humanists has received. The smugglers unload the cargo from their vans with practiced efficiency. The whole operation feels polished and professional, but you can tell that Maxim is nervous. You can see it in his eyes. The smugglers finish unloading the last of the crates, then take up positions around the van. Minutes pass. Nobody comes to meet you.
True, Trev, true.
Aaron, the stream probably will continue till like 12.
Yeah, so we have about 30 minutes left?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
Maxim, no welcoming party. Maxim shakes his head. This isn't a good sign.
You misspelled Dark Souls, by the way, Aaron.
Drag Souls. Well then, maybe I should have a talk with them. What are you gonna do? Knock on the front door? What makes you think they'll even answer? They've done a pretty good job of avoiding us so far. Dietrich. Leave that to me, friend. Dietrich jerks a thumb in the direction of the humanist compound. They have a hard time avoiding us when I'm in there, kicking down doors and lighting fires. His eyes widen. You've got to be kidding me. That's a humanist compound, pal. You go in there and you aren't gonna come back out. I'm your muscle. Dealing with situations like this is part of the job description. You're serious, aren't you? You're really going in there. He takes a step back. Well, what? What do you say?
I was just like, yeah, we're serious.
Well, be my guest. I won't get in your way when you make it back. If you make it back, we'll be out here waiting for you.
Glory back here. Just want to say, I knew it. You're a fucking wuss. You're such a wuss. Now, step back and let the true ladies here take care of business.